So, good day. I want to talk about the crazy news going around about, it's just unexplainable. So, I just want to share with y'all some things. Let's just get into it. Check these videos out. Why is he smiling, though? They all three smiling. That looked like a smile, too. Okay, let's check another one.
Victory.
This stream is directly from the college. This stream is directly from the college.
Dave.
Something we don't ever want to even have to think about, but when somebody mentions it, that submarine started immediately thereafter.
Place in the back area. There he is, leaning against the wall there, and this is 100% him. And he knew what he needed to do. There is sunglasses man right there, on position. That's why he ran.
He's so silly. He said there's that you can ninja. He didn't say it, but we all know what he was talking about.
We're taking this country back, everybody, I'll tell you what. Let's get started. God bless Utah. Yes, sir.
Bring it in just a little bit closer. Watch this. Put it in a freeze frame. That is the explosion from Charlie Kirk's lavalier lapel mic. Want to see it again? Bring it in closer. Remember when we told you that that was absolutely an exit wound? Yeah, it is. Check the trajectory of the round that was deployed from that lavalier lapel mic. That went directly from Charlie Kirk's lapel. That went directly from underneath Charlie Kirk's white t-shirt up through his neck and created the exit wound that we told you was an exit wound immediately when we saw that exit wound. First we had exploding pagers, now we have exploding mics. Do you remember the vector analysis from John Bray? That proves that all of the activity came from the mic that Charlie Kirk was wearing. Remember the palm gun guy in the brown shirt, that shadowy looking guy with the sunglasses? Yeah, he pushes the detonator. Clear as day.
Violence. Great.
That's the assassin. That's the guy that pushes the detonator, which perfectly aligns with the explosion that pushes that projectile through Charlie's right side of his neck and out the left side, creating the exit. Tyler Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's...
What did you do to change this, to make it into a bomb? Using dummies, Mossad conducted tests with the pager in a padded glove to calibrate the grams of explosive needed to be just enough to hurt the fighter, but not the person next to him.
If we push the button, the only one that will get injured is the terrorist himself. Even if his wife or his daughter will be just next to him, we make like Truman Show. Everything is controlled by us behind the scene.
Watch the man on the left. Those right next to him were unscathed. Would you call it a psychological war?
The day after the pagers exploded, people were afraid to turn on the air conditioners.
Was that an intention?
We want them to feel vulnerable, which they are. We can't use the pagers again because we already did that. We've already moved on to the next thing. And they'll have to keep on trying to guess what the next thing is.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
So I'm going to start to cut. This is where I had that situation where I had an extra freak out on set. This is always I think, a very nerve-wracking piece because you don't exactly know for sure that you are in the right place, and also, you know, you are using a pair of live scissors on next to an actor, and the whole crew are watching sometimes, and you're a little bit nervous. I just get you to turn a little bit towards my mic. There you go. These are a very, very fine pointed scissor. They snip through foam really, really well. And also they've got a lot of control over the blade. There we go. It's a little bit lower than I wanted to be, but that's actually not a bad thing. Regarding the pale colour of the foam on the inside, some people like to paint that red. I don't. Your flesh is naturally white inside. I'll bring you back to this position. And I kind of like the white because it's going to go red very, very quickly. And I like that. I really do. I like this. Now, Mike, if you drop your head down, just relax. See, it's almost like I can finger the wound back in. It's almost like it's undetectable.
3, 2, 1.
Creating this hit took an air pressurized.
It's going to start to cut. It's going to start to cut. This is where I had that situation where I had an extra freak out on set.
That call for this kind of nonsense. And Bruce, I would be happy to share with you the DMs that I get every time I co-host one of these spaces. It would absolutely shock you what I receive, the threats of violence, that call for this kind of nonsense. And Bruce, I would be happy to share with you the DMs that I get every time I co-host one of these spaces. It would absolutely shock you what I receive, the threats of violence, the that call for this kind of nonsense. And Bruce, I would be happy to share with you the DMs that I get every time I co-host one of these spaces. It would absolutely shock you what I receive, the threats of violence, the that call for this kind of nonsense. And Bruce, I would be happy to share with you the DMs that I get every time I co-host one of these spaces.
See, the thing about these videos is there's too many questions, very few answers. And I don't think a lot of people are really considering that Freemasons operate on deception, period. One time I was on the phone with one, and he went and proceeded to say that he was on a plane, and as he was on this plane, he looked out the window and seen humans flying next to the plane. And he made it look like they had shoes of Pegasus, like mythological stories have. And you know how the shoes with the wings? So I didn't want to downplay it or talk negative about it. I just let him know, like, hey, if that's what you've seen, I don't know what you were taking. Was you taking anything? And the guy, he definitely smoked cannabis and other stuff. But and he was into different spirituality, so you never know with people. Um, and then sometimes, like when I have seen certain things of craziness and glories and wonders, people try to say I was on drugs, but the only time I've ever seen those things is when I did not drink, smoke. I didn't do anything. I didn't take any substances. I fasted and I prayed. So it's not, that's not really what I'm discussing. But the point of the matter is that there's a lot that people say, and a lot of those people are doing it for a reason, to make people stray, to take your community in another direction. For instance, I found out that when you have, when you are an Indian, let's put it, a tribe, or when you are, when you have a community and you don't have certain principles, when you don't know anything about natural law over common law, and you only know about like just regular lifestyle things, and you know, you're not reading too much, and you're just like, oh, let's just be a tribe. Well, all that was a construct, and it was created by, I guess you could say, master masons and Masonic builders of society. The reason why I say that is because when you look at the melanated race, not black people and not African American, those are constructs. That is actually a construct of humans in America that have made it like this. They've made sure that they influence the masses. So the Prince Hall Freemasons are run by Scottish Rite or Knights of Malta and other Masonic lodges. But think about it: when this country was predominantly racist, which it still is, which is why the KKK are not being hunted down as a hate group, because a lot of the people are in that club, and you know, I'm pretty sure that the KKK is Antifa, and you know, they just want to go under another guise. But and not that Antifa is anything, because Antifa is anti-fascism, and anti-fascism is actually good. Like, I'm not saying Antifa is good, but I'm saying anti-fascism, by not having fascism, is good, because it opposes socialism, Marxism, communism, and all that. So I just feel like people are taking names and criminalizing and actually demonizing and villainizing people, but they're not demonizing and villainizing the actual people that had made history pretty bad for people, and racism is what made history bad. But on that discussion of racism, the people that were in those lodges, the Masonic lodges back then, never let a melanated person in. Never let a black person or an African American in their lodge. You could not set foot, even to this day. So they basically said, let's control the population through societal secrets and communities. So they established that a lot of the melanated people were to create a lodge of their own, and of course they have to answer to those other lodges. And then as they did that, they did the same to the Hispanic community. And Hispanic is also a construct, okay? But which is why I think that there's a fine line with people actually claiming the difference between Latin or Latino versus Spaniard and um, Hispanic. These are constructs. So what we need to know is that as a sovereign individual, not a sovereign citizen, because you cannot be sovereign and a citizen simultaneously at the same time. You can't be a sovereign and a citizen. When you know those things and you know how to operate by being under natural law, and you realize what is common law, natural law over common law, then you'll start learning how to operate in private venue, exclusive and original jurisdiction of your trust, your private trust that you create. Because everything's a trust. They got buildings for you to go and get your driver's license, and that's a construct. So that construct creates a constructive trust. If you don't know about these things, then you're going to find out, and just look into it, read into it. Don't take anybody's word for it. I'm telling you to research. Do more research. Do thorough analysis and deep due diligence. But yeah, a lot of us have been misled, and we're not realizing that freedom is actually your choice to be free, well, partially free, and still remain dumb. Um, it's not true liberation. So, learning these things will actually liberate you completely. Our main aim is financial freedom. So once we learn about how the system works and like the modern money mechanics, how the Federal Reserve created that publication. Once we learn that, then we'll comprehend that um you you're rich. We're rich already. All you got to do is institute an instrument and learn how they operate, learn the filings, and learn how to walk that fine line. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. Stop being deceived, and I just wanted to put that out there that a lot of people have seen various viewpoints where it looks like a group. It looks like a group of, I mean, a big group, not just like 5 people, not just people wearing glasses. But it looks like a big group of people. It might be 50 to 100 people that did what society's seeing. And I'm talking about with the Kirk incident. Um, so when we analyze it, you just know there's a lot going on, and there's basically too much to trace. But we'll eventually get to the bottom of it because the truth's going to be exposed no matter what. So stay in good faith and don't be deceived. Keep your eyes open. God bless.